Greetings, everyone. This is Candace Strother, founder of QueenLyfe, Inc., and welcome to Living Legacies, where we interview our elders for their wisdom and knowledge. And I, today, for our kickoff episode, have the honor of interviewing my grandmother, Mary T. Singleton. So, Granny, with that being said, we're going to jump right in and start this interview. You ready?
Yes.
Absolutely. So I've shared with everybody your name, but can you tell them, speak your name for yourself, tell them where you're from and what year you were born.
My name is Mary Teresa Singleton.
And where are you from?
I'm from Port Arthur, Texas.
Nice. What year were you born?
1929.
Wow. So in 1929, do you know any like historical events that were going on?
Well, in 29, actually, other than not too
Great
much.
Depression.
Oh, I was born during that time.
Oh.
A Great Depression. Yes.
Wow. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the same year that Martin Luther King was born. Don't quote me on that.
Yes.
Wow. What a year to be born, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, I can't imagine. A lot probably was going on at that time.
Absolutely. So what's so different about growing up now as when you were a child? Like as far as somebody's childhood, how much different would it be?
Well, during those years, I know with us things were different, altogether different from what the kids are now. Mm. You know, they are more, people were more neighborly than they are now. And they were, the children were like, other people could correct your children without being corrected themselves, you know.
Yeah, we can't do that nowadays, right?
Without the people getting angry with you, you know. And it was, and children corrected their children more than they do now. Mm-hmm. I look at kids now, a lot of them, they just, hey, pay you no mind. You could talk to them, tell them things, but they ignore you a lot of times, you know, and don't want to behave or listen to anything you have to say.
Yes.
You know, and that means a lot, because I know during the time when I was coming up that you had to listen.
Yes.
Or answer to your parents.
Exactly.
You know.
Speaking of parents, what was your parents' names?
My father was Robert Joseph Craychan. My mother was Louise Craychan.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most important lesson that your parents taught you?
Well, one of the most important, I'll tell you, the first important lesson was being obedient, pray, say your prayers, and ask God for His help. You know, when we were coming up, we used to say our prayers every afternoon. Well, we used to say the rosary every afternoon.
Wow.
You know, and as a family. And things work out quite well from that.
So how big was religion or spirituality? How big of an impact did that make in your life?
Well, that played a big part in my life, because I always wanted to be and live a life like I always thought about God. You know, we were raised in the church and always went to church, went to mass, and always remembered to pray for the good of all of us. That's the way my mother and father taught us.
Yes.
You know, and they were nice, good people. They raised us, and really, I don't can't think. I myself, I don't think anything was wrong with the way I was raised.
Wow, that's a blessing. That's really good because you told me before your father was a very hard worker.
Oh yes.
And he made sure that you guys had everything that you needed, right?
Yeah, things we needed. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Now, in terms of education, was that really important to you and your family?
Oh yes, it was. Yes, it was. I attended Catholic school up until I was promoted to the sixth, and we it was always quite interesting. We had a good life. We went to school, we went to church, and we learned to listen.
That's real. That's so good.
We learned to listen.
Wow.
Yes.
So what did you desire to become when you were an adult? Did you want to go to college?
Yes. It was my desire to go to college. But you know, at that time, we had Port Arthur College.
Port Arthur College?
Yes. Here, in Port Arthur. And later it became Lamar University.
Wow.
And I remembered the integration came along during that time because Lamar certainly was not integrated. There was a lot of problems trying to get blacks into Lamar.
Yes.
You know.
Because everything was segregated.
Oh yes, everything was segregated. But eventually they start accepting blacks, and but at first, you know, it was difficult.
Yes. Why was it so hard? What was going on?
Well, during that time, they didn't want you there. They didn't want you there. And it would be people out there with signs trying to get to go to school there, to get them to accept you. And that was just their way. They didn't want you there.
Yeah, so they would protest and
they would protest,
try to fight the people that were going there, probably. Throw things.
Handled you. But eventually it got to the place where they had no choice, I say, because actually if it was their choice, we never would have gone there.
Wow.
You know?
How did that make you feel?
Oh, well, during the time when I finished high school, I was devastated over that, but I realized, hey, I couldn't do anything about this myself.
Yeah.
You know, and because they did not want us there, and I always wanted to at least go to college, if it was just to take up to be a secretary.
Wow.
I didn't have to have any other degree, but I just wanted to at least let me be a secretary. Let me try to make something, rather than just to finish high school. But,
Right.
I was blessed through it all, but
Yeah.
it could have been better.
Yes. I agree.
Certainly could have been better.
So now, of course, we can go to any school that we want. And also, women have a lot more opportunity. Women can be doctors, engineers, start their own businesses.
Yes, that's wonderful.
How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel happy.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel happy because that hasn't always been, and especially, with us, I am just happy over the things that are going on now that should have been going on,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, should have been.
It hasn't been easy for women, huh?
No.
Especially women of color.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy. But
wow.
With the help of God, things are working out.
Yeah. So let's talk about your love life. Who did you marry, and how long were you married?
I was married to my true love.
True love.
My true love, Mr. Singleton, Henderson Singleton. We went to school together. He left school and joined the service, and he came back from the service and finished high school. And then he after that he went to college for a little over a year or 2 years.
Oh, so he went to college?
Yeah, in Houston.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and and we stayed together all our lives after we were married.
Yes. How long were you married? How many years?
He and I were married 48 years. Can you imagine?
No.
48 years. 48 blessed years.
Wow. So what advice do you have for younger couples that are looking to have a long, sustainable marriage?
Well, one thing is first, understand each other and know each other and love each other. That's very important. You can't stay with a person you don't love, and you cannot, definitely not for 40 years.
This is true. Facts.
And he was nice to me, and I, in turn, was nice to him. So put those nices together helped us to stay together and get along.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So how many children did you and Mr. Singleton have?
We had 5 children.
Wow.
5 children. 3 girls and 2 boys.
Woo. 5. Wow.
5.
So with having 5 children, how did you find balance? And how did you manage your self-care? And did you have a desire to get away sometime?
Well, at times maybe, but it was no big thing in my life because I've never been a person to like to go a lot. I made myself content going to church and with my children. When you have 5 children, you stay busy. You stay busy.
Did you ever want to run away?
I look at a lot of these young people, but that never occurred to me. I look at a lot of the young people today. I've got to get away, or I've got to just have me time for myself. But that never occurred to me.
Wow, really?
It never occurred to me, and it puzzles me when I look at a lot of these young people. You know, oh, they've got to go and they got to go on all these vacations. Well, my vacation always included mine. Wherever my children, wherever I went,
Wow.
you know.
So you found fulfillment
I
in
did.
spending
I
time
did.
with your kids, your family.
Yes, I did. That to me, that was a part of being married. I had them.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was your responsibility.
Right.
Okay. Man, that's a new mindset, Granny, because a lot of us, we're always looking for balance and self-care, which includes alone time. And maybe because there's so much going on, like work and media and just a lot of things that take our attention. But I like how you made it real simple. You said, my fulfillment was being with my family.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what is your dream for your children? What was your dream for your children? And what is your dream for your grandchildren?
Oh, well, my children and my grandchildren has always been to honor God first. Honor God and pray to Him
Wow.
for all your goodness and all your Holy Spirit, and to be kind to each other, you know,
Yes.
and get along with people, you know.
Why is that important?
That's important because you cannot live in this world by yourself.
Very true.
So you need to have other people in your life, and people that you get along with.
Yes.
You know, I've always felt that way, you know.
Wow. So, what would somebody be surprised to learn about you? Mary T. Singleton.
But I'm trying to think. I don't think anybody who knows me knows me to be the type of person I still am. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, the type of person I still am. I've always tried to be nice and be kind to people. And in return, I expected the same, but I was blessed through all of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so actually it came out where I enjoyed my life. Yes, I enjoyed my life, and I at the age I am now, I thank God for it because I feel and I know that I have been blessed. That I know.
Wow.
So,
Love it.
yes, so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I've always felt that way, you know. Yeah, God is good, and you honor Him. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Always honor God. Give Him His honor. And so I've enjoyed it.
That's right. Beautiful journey of life, huh?
Right.
So this is the last question. What are your words of wisdom that you want to impart on your children and your grandchildren and future generations to come?
Well, I always say, put God first in your life. That's the beginning of the whole thing. Keep Him in your life and you will not go wrong. You will not go wrong. Always honor and remember Him, girl. Because actually, there are so many things going on now in this day and age until sometimes you'll hear people say, well, it's hard to do this. a heart to do the other thing. But you know, if you pray to God and honor Him, you always find a way to do the right thing, to go the right way, and honor others. And don't forget, I have my children, and it's like I tell them all the time, always pray for your children. My mother and father used to tell us that all the time. And Mama used to always say, always pray for your children. Say, regardless to how old they are, they always need prayers.
That's right.
You know. So that's what I have always tried to do. That's what I have always done.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The interview of Mary T. Singleton, who just celebrated her 90th birthday. We are blessed to have you as our matriarch. We love you, and we are very thankful that God chose you for us to be our living legacy.
Thank you.
And there you have it, episode 1, Living Legacy. Bye.